Yo, what up, Lucid Crew? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Lucid Rob, and today we're going to look at videos from all over the internet, looking at crazy stuff, creepy stuff, thought-provoking stuff, and all the videos that you guys sent me. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Have you ever heard this story of what Elonmusn nanny experienced while babysitting this man? And she was talking about going through portals and meeting beings on the other side.
And it was weird because like there was no bottom. And there were these creatures in there. And they were giant and they were semi-shaped like humans. They were glorious. They weren't like Smeagol's or any creepy little demon dudes. They were like beautiful, ancient creatures that moved in a different time. And they were giant. And like they had a different head. Like there was a bird head and like a cat head and a jackal head. And I would compare them, because I'm not super educated, to like Egyptian type of things, to the types of things May had, you know, little artifacts of. I'm not from that region, but
well, this also describes angels and devils in the book of Revelation. You know, with multiple heads, different animals pointing different ways, you know.
Yeah, the angels have many faces.
We're the guards of the gates of the Garden of Eden, right?
Yeah.
Even alone, like that's what sounds like what you're describing.
They were beautiful, but terrifying. They weren't on my side. I'm on Team Jesus, and but I was told not to say that name over there.
Interesting.
And
of course not, because they would flee.
My aunt told me never to say that name over there. They don't want to hear Jack Black about your Jesus. And I said, because I remember when I got saved, I wanted to go save everybody. And she's like, don't you say that name over there. She said,
okay, well, let's finish the story, and then I want to go to your conversion and how you got saved.
Okay. So we're coming down in there. One of them grabbed me by the throat. And I closed my eyes, and I had him. And I was tiny, like a little rag doll compared to it.
If y'all really want to grasp what she's talking about, you got to read these two books. It's the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants. When y'all read these books, the story that Elonmusn nanny said is going to make a lot more sense.
Wait, so... confused. She was grabbed by, like, an Egyptian god? Like, by her throat? When she was babysitting Elon? Did that happen over at his house? Like, where did this stuff happen? Because to me, it just sounds like this broad was eating mushrooms while she was babysitting Elon and just tripping, just letting the kid play, letting him play with his computers and his Nintendos and his action figures, his Xboxes and his PlayStations, while she's just on the couch tripping balls. I don't know. If you have any more info on the story, let me know.
Just broke into the Illuminati headquarters, and this is what they found.
And that's the owl statue.
This is where they meet once a year.
Dude, I'm actually here. This is insane.
That owl statue is where they sacrifice.
No way. Bohemian Grove. I made it. Yeah. This is the owl statue. What the fuck? No way.
Odds are he won't be around much longer.
This is fucking cool. Oh, that's hollow. They need to fill this pond up. They do. Yeah, that's the owl. A bunch of ferns have grown on it.
Moloch the owl god statue. This is where all the big Illuminati members meet up every year.
It's Moloch, right? The owl god? I guess, like, what religion or belief system was Moloch come from? The owl god. I don't think it's Egyptian. I think there are other ones that had animals human-animal hybrids, maybe. Maybe it's just the Egyptians. I don't know. Sumerians. Either way, I don't know. I love playing in the woods. I love frolicking around in the woods. I love, I love, giant statues and things like that. So I think it'd be really cool to see this place like in person. I don't know what the hell they do there, man. Probably just business meetings and stuff. I think this stuff like Bohemian Grove, like the meetings and get-togethers that we know about, even though we're not supposed to know about it, we do know about it. And I think it's probably one of the ones we don't have to worry about. I think the shit that we do have to worry about is the stuff that we don't know about. Maybe bad shit happens there. Maybe they talk about shit. I'm sure the stuff they talk about doesn't benefit us, but maybe they talk about some evil, nefarious stuff. But it's probably just a bunch of dorks doing like theater, right? Like just pretending that they're like doing some play or paying some homage to a giant owl or something. But who knows, man? I mean, I'm in the way of thinking now that like anything that we know about, like anything that is as publicly available, knowledge-wise, like Bohemian Grove here, it's probably not. It's probably the least of our worries. There's probably like underground bunkers and other islands and shit like that with a bunch of really bad people talking about really bad things, while this stuff like Bohemian Grove is just at the front to kind of like keep our attention. Focus on this is bad, and we see it and we see that it's not like that bad. Whatever they're doing there, they're wearing cloaks and eating a potluck, a cornucopia of food while they're drinking, and then we see that and we're like, oh, that's weird, but that's not that bad, so maybe there's not that much bad stuff going on. But like, no, like behind that owl, nah, it's probably all kinds of crazy stuff going on behind the scenes.
This video has been published on the dark web with the title, "The Dark Web is the Only Truth." In this video, we see a man celebrating his birthday, but nothing scary. But in the description, it says that this man would be 171 years old, and that he would have undergone several experiments to get to this point. What do you think?
Nope. Nope. Sorry, Granddad. It might be time to hang up your fedora. Hang up your jacket, man. You're not looking too good, Pops.
俺さっきやったっすよ。マジですか？いや、音やばいです、音やばいです。確かに。来ないで。はい。来ないで。いや、もう音やばい。もう一回。
I hate jump scares. Nope. Not for me. It's not for me. That's a hard pass. Thank you.
This man just released the clearest photograph of the creature that was allegedly seen in Miami. Oddly enough, the man said the strange thing about this encounter was how in one of the photographs the creature appears to be transparent, and this matches what other residents have said. One resident said that this creature that was seen suddenly became transparent and appeared see-through, while another said that they tried to follow it, but it suddenly vanished. He was running away from the area at the time of the encounter, which is why the photographs are blurry. Interestingly, many have said that this isn't the first time that strange entities and sightings have been reported from this area, while others are not sure what to make of it. On social media, police officers have come forward and said that nothing was sighted, but other officers have said that they've been told that they can't talk about what happened. According to locals, they are currently facing encounters with mysterious entities, standing at an imposing height of 8 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to large grey or insectoid entities. Recently, a man stepped forward and claimed to have had a video call with his father, who currently serves as a police officer in Miami. During the conversation, the son probed his father about the events that unfolded in Florida. However, the father disclosed that, at present, he is unable to divulge any specific details regarding the incident.
So those photos right there, whatever those two photos that showed right there, didn't look like they took place at the mall in Miami. I'm not in Miami. I'm in Florida, but I'm very far away from Miami. Obviously, we heard about it. You guys heard about it. You guys that aren't in Florida. So obviously us here in Florida, we heard about it. I did hear that there are a lot of like sightings, like a lot of different like stories. I guess the whole thing was they were talking about there being like kids, you know, setting off fireworks in the mall, and it caused a panic because people thought there was an active power. I don't know what words I can say on here about things, but then there are other videos of people saying like they were running from these like beings, like these like see-through beings that were walking. And I saw another video of a VFX breakdown of the video of the being walking outside of the mall when all the officers were out there. It was literally like every police officer in Miami was there, which is insane, even for like an active, you know, threat, I would think. I don't know though, not a police officer obviously, but I saw a video effects breakdown that basically said it was 3 people walking side by side, and there was like motion blur that was causing it to look like a tall creature that was like walking this way, but it's really just like 1, 2, like 3 people walking next to each other, and it's just like blurred. So I don't know, man, that whole thing is weird. It's so crazy how quickly it came and went, and all the different, you know, information that was, you know, combative to one another. Like each side was like very combative to what was being said by the other side. So I don't know, man. Weird stuff happening. I say aliens because I want aliens. Get them. Bring me all the aliens. Hey, bring me the aliens.
Now, this is medical studies now. This is hard no science now. We've known this since the 1950s when we discovered the 4 brainwaves. You spend 3 hours out of the body into the 5th dimension. The question is, where do you go? Most people, because they don't know what they're doing, or because they're arguing with their wife, or they're worrying about problems, or because they had too many drugs, they go to the lower astral plane. That's a very bad neighborhood. Like how? Well, except you can get out of it. Okay? Yeah. So it's like purgatory. Okay? Purgatory, okay. Whereas if you use the techniques I described in psychic protection techniques and more positive things, you can leave through the crown chakra, not through the 3rd chakra, which will take you to the lower astral. If you go to the crown chakra, which is where you want to go, now you go to the upper astral plane, or the causal, mental, etheric, or even soul plane. Those are all positive dimensions. Okay? The only 2 negative dimensions are the lower astral plane and this one. You have a lot of problems here. But the other dimensions are all positive. And each dimension has a sound and certain characteristics that are relevant to it. For example, if you're out of the body and you hear the roar of the sea, you're on the astral plane. If you hear the tinkling of bells like in a New Age bookstore, now you're on the causal plane where the Akashic records are stored. If you hear the sound of running water, you're on the mental plane. And if you hear the buzzing of bees, you're on the etheric plane. Or if you hear the sound of a flute, you're on the soul plane.
I'm sorry, at the end there when you said soul plane, all I could think about was that movie, Soul Plane. Man, where did people get this information? Like, I've heard theories of basically like dimension jumping while we're sleeping. You like an outer body experience while we're sleeping, and we visit different dimensions, and maybe we wake up like in a different dimension. You know, maybe that's why things are different sometimes. Maybe that's why things feel different some days or feel weird, or the mandala effect. Things like that, like we dimension jump in between different versions of ourselves and stuff. And I don't know if I believe that. It's really cool. I mean, I've eaten enough psychedelics to where I can certainly get behind the idea of leaving my body and experiencing other places, right? Because I've experienced that myself. I don't know if it's just in my head or if it's really happening, but it feels really fucking real. So I don't know. But this kind of information, this guy's just like so confidently saying these things, like, where does this come from? Where does this information come from? That's what I'm asking. Let me know.
Everything we've ever been told is a lie, so here's the most truth you've ever heard in one video. The rapture already happened. Sex was a sin in the garden. Jesus Christ already returned. The law was the mark of the beast. Israel was the beast. Jerusalem was mystery Babylon. Christianity ended in 70 AD. Today's Christianity is fake. The man of sin and false prophet were Jewish zealot leaders in the 1st century. The 2 witnesses were the spirits of John and Daniel. The Euphrates dried up in the 1st century. We don't need rivers to dry today. We have jets. The 1,000-year reign only lasted for 42 months. There's no 3rd temple in Scripture. The Bible is written to the people it was addressed to. It's not for us. Hell only lasted for 40 years. New Jerusalem is in heaven, not on earth. Jesus ended sin, not evil. Jesus ended the grave, not death. They fled Judea, not the whole world. There is no destruction of the entire planet. When we die, we'll be a ghost. We can go to heaven or the lake of fire. Gentiles never had the law. We should not have 2.4 billion Gentiles reading the law and the prophets and going back to everything that Jesus Christ fulfilled and rejecting Jesus. Today's Christianity got here through war, tyranny, and genocide. Jesus' kingdom was not of this world, yet the Christians own the kingdom of this world. That's why their presidents swear on the Bible. Jesus Christ finished his work and received a new name that nobody knows. He defeated Satan. We should worship God today and not Jesus. Give me a follow. I have videos explaining all these things.
So that's really interesting. Actually, earlier this week I posted a video and I was commenting on a clip you guys sent me and talking about that. Like, what if we're already living in the world that happened after the rapture, right? What if everything that's happening right now and going on is so crazy and wild because all is done? Like, we're reading books of, these Bibles talking about a rapture and a second coming and, like a collapse of a world that's supposed to happen, and we're already living in that world. It happened a long time ago. And basically in the Bible saying, like, the devil comes and rules the world, and it becomes his kingdom, essentially, like sorrow and destruction and all that stuff. That would probably happen for eternity, right? That would probably continue to just kind of play on. People would still probably give birth. People would still probably live their lives the way they did, just in like a worse environment. So it would make sense, I guess, to think like, well, I don't know, because people are still giving birth, people are still, all this is happening. Well, yeah, he's just basically, he's given the earth to rule how he wants and rule how he wants, in like a negative light compared to, I guess, how it was prior to him being here. So super interesting, super fucking interesting stuff, man. I love mythology, and it's really kind of great to, it's entertaining for me to like look at all these different perspectives and hear all these different stories and theories of things. So yeah, thanks for sending these videos, guys. These are super intriguing, super interesting stuff.
Flat. This is flat. Thank you very much, mate. God bless.
A man asked the pilot if the earth is flat.
Can I talk to the pilot, please? Right here. You're the pilot? Hi. How long have you been flying for?
For 21 years, but maybe like 30 something.
I want to know, because they say the pilots know a lot. Do you think the earth is flat or no?
I know it's flat.
You know it's flat? How long have you been flying for, you said?
Over 30 years.
And when you tell people that, do they think you're like crazy or no?
Only one person.
Only one person?
Yeah.
They built it for a flat, stationary Earth. And my goal is for some young fighter pilot to listen to what I just said, go out tomorrow and set the bottom of your L strobe on your altitude, run it out there to 80 miles, and that bottom altitude on your cursor will stay the same.
Are you a pilot?
Yes, sir.
One question.
Okay.
When you descend in the air,
Yeah.
do you dip or do you go straight?
It's straight.
Straight?
A little more with the nose out. That's it.
But straight. You don't dip
Yeah.
into the...
No.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome, sir.
Have a great day.
Did you notice any curvature while we were up there?
Curvature? No.
No? There's no curvature?
It's just all flat.
What's up, pilot? Is the earth flat around? Flat. Thanks. I'm with you.
Pregunta controversial. Hay un debate ahora en YouTube especialmente en el que las personas se cuestionan que si la curvatura de la Tierra es observable o no es observable.
No, a las alturas que vuelan esos aviones.
Usted no lo...
All right, so the video said 19 pilots, so there were 19. Obviously, I'm not going to play the whole video. It's like 8 minutes of people just saying the Earth is flat, which is fine. That's cool that there's that many, eyewitness accounts of people thinking that, but stop it. I don't know why, man. I don't know why. I'm very open-minded to things, but I can't get behind the flat Earth, man. I just can't do it. I'm fully on board with Hollow Moon. I'm semi on board with Hollow Earth. I believe in space. I believe in aliens. Maybe lizard people. I don't know. Like, there's all these things that I'm like super open. I'm like, dude, yes, let's do it. This is happening. This is real. But the flat Earth, man, I just can't do it. I don't understand. I'm not gonna say that I don't think that there are probably other continents that they're hiding from us. No fly zones, like areas that we can't go for whatever reason because they're hiding stuff from us. Like, I full on believe that happens, but I don't think the Earth is flat. I think the Earth is big enough to where it just looks flat. I don't think we can fly high enough to see a curvature. So I think that all the like fisheye lenses that like these high altitude skydivers use and whatnot just kind of give it the illusion like, oh, they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to make us think that the Earth is round. There's a curvature by using fisheye lenses. I don't think that's the case. I think they just use fisheye lenses. I use a GoPro for old YouTube videos and for like kayaking and stuff, and it's just like those are the cameras you use for extreme conditions, right? So that being said, obviously I don't know. I'm not a Earth doctor. I don't know how this works. I don't think the Earth is flat. there's obviously compelling stuff if you look deep enough for any theory. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Why do you think that the flat Earth is the only theory that I cannot get behind? Like, without question. I'm just like, it's just dumb. And why do you believe the Earth is flat, if you believe it's flat? And if you don't, let me know why you don't, just down in the comments. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.